I'm Christina, and we're the Gorgeous Geeks. And if anyone says that Glee or whatever is the best new show of the fall, then they're crap. Because Vampire Diaries is rocking my socks off.
Vampire Diaries is so good. Like, people, if you're a fan of Twilight, you don't know what a good vampire thing is until you've seen Vampire Diaries. To me, Vampire Diaries is way, way better than anything Twilight could push
It's
out.
not like rated R like True Blood or whatever. It's, you know...
It's a really, really good show. Like, I was... You know, at first, when I first saw it, I was kind of, you know, I was like, oh, is this another Twilight thing? And then, like, the main vampire, Stefan, kind of reminded me of David Boreanaz's Angel, like, the chin and then the hair.
And the brooding.
And the brooding. I was like, my goodness, he totally looks like a Joss Whedon ripoff, you know, of Angel. But, you know, but my goodness, when, what is Ian, what's his last name? I can't even think of it, but Boone from Lost came on the show. I mean, appeared as Damon, Stefan's evil vampire brother. I fell in love with that show.
You know
like,
what? I don't
good.
usually root for the bad guys per se. I'm not like the fall for the bad guy, bad boy type of thing. Not that I'm really falling for him, but he is my favorite character.
And it's not like I have this thing for this actor, because I've seen him in other things. I've seen him on Lost. I've seen him on Smallville. But this, and I saw him in something else too. I don't remember what the heck it was. But he is really, really good.
He's just so devious, and he's sarcastic.
And he's very evil.
Funny.
Oh, he's hilarious.
He's evil, and he's very smart. Like, you don't know what his master plan is. And he's just working and manipulating everybody. And even though there's his brother, Stefan, who knows he's evil, right there, watch him do the acts, it's kind of like, don't mess with Damon because it's worse to try and stop him.
And you know, and
which I think is kind of
and I know some people might get sick of the storyline of the, you know, the human girl falling in love with the guy with the superpowers, or the monster, like in Roswell and in Smallville, and you know, in Buffy, or, well, she had powers too, but anyways, but I mean, in this story, people think, oh, I don't need to see that story, I've seen it many times, but you know what, this girl isn't annoying.
No.
Like, she really isn't annoying at all, and the storyline is, the storyline is really good, it's well written, the direction of it is good, the special effects of it is good, you know, it's just really, really good, and it's like, you know, when Buffy and Angel left, you know, television land, there was a hole in my heart. There was a hole, and you know, and Vampire Diaries, like, has, you know, sorry Joss, but it's really good.
Or it's better than Dollhouse.
I mean, it's really good. It's very entertaining. It's consistently good.
Each episode is better than the last one. I can honestly and truly say that. And the last episode that they aired for the year, the turning point, left at a cliffhanger, in which Elena gets into a car accident, and that happens in the books. It does. So I was kind of, when they showed in the preview, I expected it was her, but I don't know what caused the accident, and it was really kind of freaky, and I'm just like, that's where they're going to leave it. Oh crap. What's gonna happen? Because, you know, there's some vampire or something that's turning others, and so I'm like, is she gonna be turned? Which, I don't know, I don't want to give too much of the book away.
But the show is really, really good, and I always find it interesting how every movie and every show, when it's a vampire, the mythology is, you know, a little different. Like, garlic doesn't work, crosses doesn't work, sunlight does work, but, you know, but the main two vampires have a special ring on.
So they can walk around in the daylight.
Yeah, they can walk around in the daylight. And then Damon, the evil, mischievous vampire that's been causing just about all the trouble in the town, has tricked the humans into believing that he's actually a vampire hunter.
And you know what?
It's amazing.
I'm very eager to see a love triangle between the brothers and Elena. And if you really think, oh, Elena's so smart, she wouldn't do that, Damon's far too evil, then I guess you're just not smart, are you? Because that's how they work TV. And I'm sorry, that's not what happens in the books, sweethearts. You know, that's just not what happens.
It's just how it is.
It's just how it is.
It's going to be a love triangle.
It's just how it is. There is going to be a triangle. And
but you know, Elena
and Damon has done so many awful things that Elena knows about. I am so curious to know how he's going to turn it around.
Right.
And you know, he is so evil and so dark and so villainous. But, you know, there's aching heart in there because he's still hung up over the woman who looks like Elena, Catherine.
Which they haven't explained why she looks exactly like her. But she does. And she actually pitted the two brothers against each other and turned them both into vampires. So now they're obsessed with this girl, this new girl that looks exactly like Catherine. Except Stefan is really obsessing over Elena, but Damon really wants to bring Catherine back because he loves her. And he's like on this weird, mission to try and get the love of his life back, even though... And he doesn't care how many people have to die or who he has to kill to get her. And so it's interesting how the show is panning out. And if you haven't seen it, the CW is showing a marathon starting December 14th. They're going to show all the episodes that have played. And they're going to show, well, that's what a marathon is. They're going to show a marathon of the show. So if you missed it, you still have time to to catch every single episode. And I'm telling you, you really should, because this series is definitely, I think, one of the best ones that the CW has to offer. It's the show I'm honestly waiting to see every week. Honestly, I think it's at the top of my list. I don't know, because Smallville's got
Smallville has gotten really good, but every week I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to know what's going to go down on the next episode of Vampire Diaries. Like, Smallville, it depends what I saw in the previews and when I know what's going to happen next. So I wasn't too excited about the Wonder Twins episode, but, like, I'm always excited to see what's going to happen next on Vampire Diaries, because it really does get better after each episode. Like,
and when you thought,
and
I was curious about what was going to happen, what other characters, even the side characters, like like other characters that don't even know about the vampires, and, they might only have, like, 4 minutes of FaceTime on the show each episode. Even they have interesting stories, and even they are interesting themselves. And it's just really, really good. And Elena has a best friend, Bonnie, who actually is a witch. And I'm curious to see Bonnie hook up with Damon. I'm curious. It happens in the book.
It doesn't.
You said it did.
Nope.
You said...
I said he shows her attention. I never said they got together.
No. Well, I was hoping that they would.
Nope.
I thought it'd be cool if they did. But all the characters on the show is good. There's this airheaded, blonde-haired cheerleader that...
who actually gets involved with Damon, and they have, like, this abusive relationship, but he can make her think what he wants her to, so she'll be like, I'm not doing that, and he's like, yes you are, and she's like, okay, and
like, it's hilarious.
It's hilarious. It's like, it's wrong, but I don't know, I find it
funny.
interesting and funny.
Like, she's like the pretty cheerleading Igor. It's hilarious. And so, I mean, but the show is really good. Give it a try. Watch the marathon that comes on December. It's going to be coming on December 14th. Check it out for yourselves. It's a really good show. Would we lie to you? I don't think so. We're telling you the truth. This show is good. It's one of the best ones they have to offer. If you like vampires, if you like
romance.
If you like romance, if you like
Buffy,
action, if you like Angel,
and action,
if you like Twilight.
because they do fight in every episode. There is action in the show.
Action and humor. It is
very
good.
humor. It's good. It's good. So I'm Christina.
I'm Katrina,
and we're the Gorgeous Geeks.